It's so good to have you joining us again for this very important lesson. We're going to be talking about solving simple equations. You know, many students struggle with equations, and it's a very important mathematical concept that if you master it, will help you to solve many mathematical problems. When you see an equation, what are you looking at? You're looking at letters, numbers, operation, and a symbol. That's what makes up an equation. Now, for me and for you, our task is to solve the equation. Actually, we are asked to solve the equation for the letter. In this case, some equations might have more than one letters, but for today we are focusing on one letter. Now, how do we achieve this solution? The first thing we have to remember is that an equation is all about balance. That is why the equal symbol becomes so important, because it divides the equation into two sides. So whatever you're doing on the left side, you have to do it on the right to maintain the balance, because the equation is saying the left side is equal to the right side. And so we simply leave the letter, or isolate the letter as we would want to say, and one side have the equal symbol and move all the numbers to the other side, paying attention to their connection to the letter. In other words, what operation connects the number to the letter. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to show you a few problems so that you can see exactly how this works. Is that okay? Let's go. All right, so here we have x plus 5 equals 12. So we have x, we have an operation, which is addition, 5, and we have the symbol equal and 12. Now in this case, we are seeing that this positive 5 is on the left side with the x, and the 12 is on the right. Our aim is to keep the x on the left side and move all the number, in this case the number 5, to the right. What's the operation? Positive, so we're going to do the inverse. And so the inverse of a positive is negatives, and whatever we do to one side, we must do it to both. So we should see two negative underneath here. So this negative 5 plus 5 is 0, and take negative 5 from 12 gives me 7. So x equals 7. Then we can check it to see if x equals 7, then x plus 5 equals 12. So 7 plus 5 equals 12. So that is how we do that one. Now here's another equation. In this case it says negative 5x equals 40. Let us examine. So we have negative 5, we have x, and we have the symbol, and we have 40. We see no operations. That is because when a letter and a number are written together without any sign between them, it means that we are multiplying. If it is above and under, we are dividing, and you will see that in a later lesson. So in this case, negative 5 is being multiplied to x, and they are equal to 40. So the inverse of multiplication is division. So we are going to divide the left side by negative 5, and we are to maintain the balance. We also have to do it to the right side. So when we divide negative 5 into negative 5x, we are left with positive x, and negative 5 into 40 gives me negative 8. Then we check it. So we take the negative 5, which is here, the x, which is negative 8, x is negative 8, and we multiply negative times negative, negative 5 times negative 8 is equal to positive 40. And so those are two operations. The subtraction is the same thing. If you are subtracting, that's the same thing you would have done. You would have done the inverse, which is addition. And if you were dividing, you would have done the inverse, which is multiplication. Once you apply those, you will then have to combine these operations in other equations. The rule is to do the addition and subtraction first, and the multiplication and division after. There are other things that you will learn as we go along, but what is important here is to learn the basic skills of moving the numbers to the other side by using the inverse operation. I have taught you, you have learned it. Have a good day. Thank you.